All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Mike spot 4. Cross the glass. Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, back. Let's go. 54. Yeah, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball. 54.
Now back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? Check. 59. 3 buns.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by Ridley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh, 54. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Complete to Calvin Ridley. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, come on. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They're going to look to throw. Caught by Jones. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
2nd and 3. Jones has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
To Julio Jones. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there.
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
First down, Atlanta.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. The Broncos have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Palardy. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Airing it out, looking for... It got his man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 33-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run with Gurley.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Back to throw here. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Safety screaming. March 54.
Gurley again here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll set up to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. He'll drop to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
You ain't going nowhere.
He's got the first down here inside. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field, downfield.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Now, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 68 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Bridgewater. That's Samuel, caught left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Bridgewater. And he finds a man, it's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bridgewater now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better bring it. You better bring it.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
A gain of 12.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Atlanta, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.